What happens for Scott Martin now? That's what we're going to talk about. Where does Scott Martin go from here? That's what we're going to talk about right now. If you're new to the channel, my name is Steve Chapman. I do all these videos. I try to research as much as possible, been in the industry for a long time, and really enjoy covering bass. And the Scott Martin case, or the disqualification, really brings up a lot of questions to me. Now, it's been reported that Bass says he self-reported this issue with the no information rule. If you self-report, you're not fined. You're just disqualified. So there's still something ongoing. But where does Scott go from here? We've seen in his videos, the Classic Championship and having that on his resume is extremely important. It's family business. So qualifying for the Classic Championship is at one of the highest priorities for Scott and his family. Now, Scott qualified for this year's Classic because he won an Open last year, but he wouldn't have qualified on his own merit from tournaments, meaning he came in 92nd last year in Angler of the Year points. And generally, the top 40-ish anglers in Angler of the Year points go to the Classic every year. And in 2023, he finished in 44th place. In 2022, he finished in 38th place. And in 2021, he finished in 42nd place in the Angler of the Year stats. And last year, he finished 92nd because he had a disqualification at the Harris chain. Remember, he fished that spot that wasn't allowed, and he put the video out, and then someone reminded him or showed him that he had a violation. So he had to report himself. But had he not put that video out, there's a chance that we would never know that he was disqualified, or he would have been disqualified at the Harris chain. And those points that you lose from just missing one tournament have a drastic effect on your Angler of the Year status. So this year, while he'll fish the Classic, unless he wins an Open again, qualifying for the Classic and winning Angler of the Year this year is pretty much out the door. It's just almost impossible. You have to go on an absolute tear. And he didn't start on a tear here in Florida, in St. John's. And when you're disqualified from Lake Okeechobee, where you're without question one of the favorites because you know that lake. And let's be even more honest about this. This no information rule, Scott didn't need. If there's one person on Lake Okeechobee that doesn't need any information about the whole lake, which is the biggest in Florida, it's Scott Martin. Scott knows that lake better than anyone, but he still broke the rule, got in trouble, was disqualified, and was fined. And remember that fine. But this puts into question not only next year, but years on down the line. This is now 2 years in a row where he has been disqualified while down here, where he is one of the favorites every time they have a tournament down here in Florida. But he can win the Classic this year and get the automatic bid for next year. But unless he does something absolutely ridiculous, wins an Open or wins the Classic, it's really the only way that he will participate in the 2026 Bassmaster Classic. I'm really not sure what's more important, Angler of the Year or the Classic, because Angler of the Year is out this year too. It's just doing the numbers, doing the statistics. You can't miss a tournament and think that you're going to have enough points to win Angler of the Year and or qualify for the Classic in 2026. And Scott still has a bright future. He's still one of the most beloved anglers out there. People love his YouTube channel. They love him as a content creator. They love him as an elite angler. But if you're trying to get to the next level, these little issues that you have in being disqualified 2 years in a row in 2 tournaments are not helping you win the opportunity or have the opportunity to fish the Classic or win Angler of the Year. Now, what are your thoughts? Do you think he has a shot at winning Angler of the Year or getting to the 2026 Classic? Because I'm not sure if he's fishing the Opens, to be honest. I'm not sure. I don't remember him being on the Opens EQ list. Maybe he jumps into a few now because if he wants to fish the 2026 Classic, it's the only way. And winning your way in is tough because the EQs and the Opens are some of the most highly competitive fishing tournaments there are in America. But you comment below and tell me what you think. Can he make the Classic? Can he make Angler of the Year here in 2025? Does he make it in 2026? That's the even better question. So comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and the new members, and thanks to everyone who is participating and interactive on the channel. You guys are absolutely fantastic. This has been, we're in February. This has been, without question, one of my best months, and it's because of you. So thank you very much. I'm humbled, I'm appreciative, and I can't say thank you enough. So thank you. But if you're not a subscriber, click that button and welcome to the team. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, shears, and get your fish on.